Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to give an update in the middle of March here with our mini micro Jean Pain compost heating system. We're sitting about 120 here. I just stuck this in. You can see the steam come off of that as I pull it out. Wanted to check this pile out here. I want to check the pile out. We've got a mixture of wood chips and leaves. You can see the steam coming off of that. So that's a very nice pile, nice and large, able to get some good heat off of that. Let's go check out how we're using that heat. So we are sitting about 34 degrees outside this morning and sitting about 54 on this wall, which is not very warmed by our compost heating system. We're transferring all that heat through the wall. Basically, that whole northern wall is warmed by that hot compost, and we transfer the air through that dryer ducting and that little solar fan, and we have water running through, heating the floor up underneath all of these sprouts and starts. Got all this red vein sorrel. I wanted to come out here because the sun just came up. We're sitting about 6:30 in the morning here. Just wanted to give a good update on this little greenhouse, and I kind of wanted to share some ideas for making money off of your home or homestead. And this is our tiny little 6x12 greenhouse. I wanted to share some ways to make money in a tiny greenhouse as opposed to our large greenhouse that we're always filming in. So starting with all of our plants, basically, we've got some chocolate mint cuttings that have been about 3 weeks in here, and these little chocolate mints are about a week and a half. They're starting to really push some growth off there. We've got all our kale, mustards, tatsoys, bok choys, pak choys, all that kind of stuff is for our garden. We're going to harvest and sell the produce from it. We've got a little bit of yarrow here, a bunch of red vein sorrel propagating. I'm going to split all of these individual starts up into their own pot, so I will have about 50 plants off of this plus what I already have. I just got examples of everything in here pretty much. I've got some grape cuttings that we took from our grapes. I've got a couple pots of these that had sprouted up. We will have all this produce for ourselves or for the market, plus what's in our greenhouse that's planted into the floor, plus all of the starts we've got. You can see some of our hyssop cuttings. I'm going to try and walk my plank here. I want to show these large hyssop cuttings. That is an awesome sight to see off of those large cuttings. Some good growth off hard cuttings. But we've got all our chamomile, lemon balm that we can split up into about 50 different plants as we break this whole cluster apart. We've got all these starts of all our herbs. Basically everything that we can start now as cuttings and what we could take from cuttings as a hard cutting and start off and start growing for an early start to our market season here. Now we sell at our local farmers market all of these cuttings after I repot them up, and they're all propagated out basically. But you could set up a stand in your driveway with a plant sign and sell and propagate your own plants. These are all free propagations for us. All of these seed we save basically, and once we get a certain variety of seeds, we will save that seed for life basically, and we will just continue to save it, resow it, reharvest. I just wanted to share what this little compost heated greenhouse is capable of achieving. We've got tomatoes we've had out here for about a week now. This is just a little propagation station. Once we got our shade cloth on, we weren't burning plants up, so we're able to have that nice radiant light in here, but not the brutal heat from the direct light of the sun. And that seems to be key for keeping all of this growing so well and being so productive. So if anyone's got any questions on anything they see in here or anything I covered today, my little compost heater, I've got plenty of videos describing how that runs and operates. I just wanted to show what we're achieving as the seasons are changing from winter to spring here.